Welcome to California Speedway, race number 10 of the Allstar Offline Racing Series. Gonna get qualifying underway for the qualifying event, and then we will move on to the main race. Seen a lot of interesting races the last few weeks. We saw Martinsville, Talladega, Bristol, 3 races that were really crazy races. A lot of stuff happening in each of those races, and today could be the same type of race. That could be another crazy race. Usually is a lot of 2 and 3 wide racing here. I haven't done testing here in a while, but hopefully it's going to be a good race. There could be some wrecks every once in a while, so see what happens. California, though, very fast track. Martinsville last week, race number 9, was the 1/4 mark of the point season. After today, we have 26 more races left, and as the season gets closer to the end, I might start doing 3 races a week. Now, right now I'm up to 2 races a week, so see what happens, see how much time I have at that point. And if I have a lot of time, then I'll probably do 3 races just to get this season ended quicker and get us on to the next season. I can't wait for the next season. Like I said a few weeks ago, the big announcement that I had, we're going to be moving on to 3 different series: the Trucks, the Busch Series, and the Cup. And it's going to be a 40 limit field, or 40 car limit field. So means that 40 people can sign up. All 40 people will make every single race on each series. So, and we'll be able to go online too. We'll be able to go to the online server, and if a crash happens and a caution doesn't get thrown, we can easily throw the caution flag out, so everybody has a fair shot at winning the race and such. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens later down the road this season. Season's been pretty fun, but like I said many times, I feel pretty bad for the 7 cars that don't get to make the field each race. And we see a lot of the same names here. Look at C.J. Williams. He won his qualifying race last week at Martinsville. But C.J., Evan McCollum, Jeremiah Dwayne, Aiden O'File, Tim Hoffman, Yale Carrillo, Darvish Jr., Logan Gentry, Tyrell Resner, Sheila, Cody, and Benjamin. They've all been in these qualifying races just about all year long. They've been trying to break into the top 32 in points, but some of them are really close, but other drivers are pretty far back. So, like I said before, I didn't really know what to expect with this offline league, so I've learned that we should not have more than 43 drivers. I thought maybe it would be kind of fun to have 43 or more drivers, but that is not really the case. If we would have had maybe 60 or 70 drivers, I think it probably would have been a lot more fun. We could have probably split the field into 2 different types of races each week, or like have a B main and an A main, but we don't have that many people, so can't do that. We just got to keep pushing through the season, get to the next season, and then we'll have a lot of fun on that one. I personally am really excited for the Trucks. I have not seen the Trucks race on any of these tracks yet, on the original tracks, so see what happens. We're probably going to use older car sets for now, and then over the next few seasons, we'll probably work our way to newer cars, newer car sets and such. So, anyway, stay tuned for all that happening at the end of this offline season. In the meantime, C.J. Williams is the pole sitter. Let's get underway here. Go through the starting lineup. Let's see what would be. There we go. So we've got that 16 C.J. Williams out front. Gonna try to go 2 in a row here. We've got the 09 Evan McCollum in second. We've got the 90 of Jacob Johnson. He fell back after Martinsville. He is now below the top 32. Jeremiah Dwayne, that 00 car, he won last week at Martinsville in the main race. He has moved up a lot in the points, but he's still behind the cutoff. We have the 1 of Aiden O'File, the 40 of Tim Hoffman. Those 2 drivers have kind of struggled in the last few weeks. The 4 of Gary Harmon, he's also struggled. He's been in a few wrecks as of late. The 20 of Yale Carrillo, the 66 of Darvish Jr., the 91 Logan Gentry. Started off his season with a really good well, really good couple runs, and then he's kind of fallen back, so he's trying to retaliate today, trying to make the race. 41 Tyrell Resner, he's been kind of controversial as of late. The 188 of Racer X, the 33 Sheila Harmon, the 50 of Cody Rhodes, the 27 Benjamin Wallace, the 148 of Brian Lancaster, and the 60 of Colton Harmon. "13 laps, going to be the distance here." Dang, I can never time that perfectly. Oh well. So CJ Williams is going to be the pole sitter. Like we said, 13 laps is going to be the distance for the qualifying race. I'm not sure what to, I don't know what we're going to see here. We should be seeing a lot of good racing, but who knows? It's been a pretty crazy season so far, so hopefully these drivers can make it through the qualifying race without any issues. And the pace car is off down on the pit road. CJ Williams at number 16 going to lead the field down to the green flag. Look at Yel Carrillo, that 20 trying to make 3 wide already at the start of this thing. He's going to try to get past Tim Hoffman, but Tim's going to shut the door. CJ, though, he got a really good jump. So, CJ out to first. Car's racing down into turn 2 onto the back stretch. Evan McCollum, that 09 on the outside line there. See if he can make some ground. I don't think he is starting to come back on the 4 of Gary Harmon. Evan did fall back a good bit, but here he comes on the outside trying to hold his own. Outside line pretty good here. Not too good. Look at almost 4 wide back there. Jeremiah Dwayne almost got into the side of Sheila Harmon. First lap has been single file. There is a pass for the lead, by the way. The number 1 of Aiden No File is out front. Ooh, 3 wide behind Evan McCollum. Look at that 50. Cody Rhodes coming up through the field. Looks like the bottom line might be the preferred lane so far. I mean, the top does get a good run off the turn, but I don't know. There's not really any big runs happening though on that outside line. That 50 Cody Rhodes, though, he is going through the field. Meanwhile, the 16 CJ Williams is right there. Look at Cody Rhodes going to try to go for the race lead here. He is going to pass that number 1 of Aiden No File with ease. Aiden going to try to come back on the outside. He might get a run off of turn 4. Look at CJ Williams pushing Aiden up the track. 3 wide for second. CJ Williams might be able to get a good run. Same with Aiden No File on the outside of that 50 car. There's a lot of racing behind these guys. 3 wide. Here comes the 41 Tyrell Resner. Aiden and CJ made some contact there in the turn. Yeah, bottom line right now is pretty fast. And while they're double file behind the 41 now. Aiden No File on the top, losing some positions. Look at that 60, Colton Harmon. He has not been up near the front in these qualifying races for the past few weeks. They fan out, not span out. They fan out behind them, 3 and 4 wide almost. A lot of racing going on back here in the field. 3 wide, 3 wide. Have not seen a crash at a speedway track in a qualifying race this season. Hopefully we don't see one, but the way they're racing, they might. They are really close entering the turn. A lot of 3 wide racing. The 91 Logan Gentry looked like he got a little loose in the turn. He's bobbling back and forth. Just about halfway now. 4 wide in front of this pack of cars. For a moment, now they go back down to 3 wide. Right now, at 27, Benjamin Wallace has the transfer spot. C.J. Williams going back around that 41 of Tyrell Resner. He's going to bring Brian Lancaster a no file with him as well. C.J. Williams on the outside. The 1 of 8 no file on the bottom. Look at Tyrell going down low. Is he going to try to make it 3 wide? He's pushing that number 1 car down the front stretch. Number 1 of 8 no file does have the lead for the moment. So as of that last lap, Tim Hoffman, Benjamin Wallace, Darvish Jr., Gary Harmon, Jacob Johnson, Sheila Harmon, and Yale Carrillo are not going to make the race. But anything can happen. That number 60 car back there, Colton, looks like he kind of stacked the field up behind him. Actually, correction, the top 11 would make the field as they run. That number 60 car not racing to get into the main race. He is strictly doing qualifying races this season. Look at the 41 now, Tyrell Resner back to the lead. Look at the 188, Racer X going to try to get the lead. We have 6 laps to go here in this qualifying race. Tyrell trying to hang on the outside. Look, he kind of got a good run off of turn 4. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a good run off of turn 3. There's some contact back here. Jeremiah Dwayne, C.J. Williams, they no file, some contact. Look at the 41 now making that high line work. I don't think he's going to be able to clear that number 188, but he is making it work, and if that was the last lap, I believe he would have got the win. That top line's starting to come into play now. Seems like certain cars are able to make that top line work, and then other cars are having an issue with it. See, Tim Hoffman, Gary Harmon have advanced into this race. And look at Jeremiah Dwayne. He is all over these cars. Well, now it's a 2-car battle. I thought coming into the turn it was going to be a 5-car battle for the lead. Tyrell Resner able to hold on the outside. Oh, look, the 1 of 8 no file going to make it 3 wide. This might move Tyrell back a little bit. Might help the 188 car out now. I don't know how strong that top line is where the 41 car is, but it does not look like that part of the track is that fast. Aiden going to get the lead, and he is going to clear both cars. Tyrell Resner trying to get past that 188. The 188 going to try to get past the 1. I think they're going to be 3 wide down the front stretch for the lead now. Tyrell and C.J. Williams can make the race. Looks like they both have strong cars along with that number 1 of 8 no file. Here he is, Tyrell back on the bottom trying to get the lead, and he will get it with ease. 8 no file going to drop back in behind him. Look at that 60. Colton Harmon is up in the top 3 now. Remember, if he finishes in the top 10, that means the top 11 cars will make the main race, and the 60 will not. 60 is just doing these qualifying races for fun. A lot of battling going up, happening up here. 2 more laps to go. Look at Colt Harmon now trying to take 3rd place away. He won his Gatorade Dual Race earlier this year, and he might try to win this qualifying race. Wouldn't that be something? Back in the back here, the 50 car, Cody Rhodes, has the final transfer spot. Right behind him is the 33 Sheila Harmon. She just passed the 4 of Gary Harmon, and Gary is falling back. Right now, Gary is out of a transfer position, so he might not make the race. All these other drivers up here, though, are in the race. Look at this, 3 wide for 2nd. There's 2 rows of 3 wide. Tyrell Resner, that 41 car, out front. These cars just need to make it by 1 more lap, and they'll be in the race, but oh, they need to be careful. If you wreck, you were pretty much guaranteed out of the main race. Tyrell Resner has the race lead. I think Tyrell, the 41, is going to win another qualifying race this season. And that's going to be big for him. That 33 Sheila Harmon is going to be one position away from making the race. She will not make the race. 33 car finishes 12th. Tyrell Resner wins the race. Well, wins the qualifying race. So the cars that did not make the race, remember I told you the 60 car, if he finishes in the top 10, he forfeits his position. So Cody Rhodes is 11th place. He will get the final transfer spot. 33 of Sheila Harmon, the 4 of Gary Harmon, 66 of Darvish Jr., the 91 of Logan Gentry, 27 of Benjamin Wallace, and 20 of Yale Carrillo will not make the race at California. Meantime, we will get the starting order ready for you guys, and we'll start the main race. We will see you guys in a little bit. Welcome back to California. We're getting ready for qualifying for the main race. Just had a pretty good qualifying race.
Drivers, to your cars.
Saw some great racing there, a lot of 2 and 3 wide racing. We did see the outside line work for a few laps, but I don't know if maybe they didn't have enough laps on their tires to get that top line to work. Let's see if it works today. 63 laps going to be the race distance. We saw quite an eventful race last week at Martinsville. It really changed the points up a little bit. A couple cars managed to get into the top 32 in points. Cesar Ramirez had a really good run. Cesar Ramirez, Ron Jackson made his way up into the top 32. And those drivers pushed Jacob Johnson and Gary Harmon out. Clint Spillman only 4 points to the good. However, the 90 of Jacob Johnson, I don't know where Jacob Johnson is in this race. So Jacob is hoping to finish ahead of Clint Spillman. Ron Jackson needs a good finish if he wants to stay in the top 32. Same with Dawson Montenegro, Cesar Ramirez, Kagan Polshiner. A lot of drivers are near that cutoff. Seen in the last few weeks, Hugo Jimenez fell back to 25th in points. Pablo West fell back to 26th. Let's see, Dawson Montenegro fell back to 30th. So far, the first time around, Clint Spillman 4th place. We just talked about him. Needs a good qualifying effort. Let's see where everybody else starts after the next lap of qualifying. Seems like laps are pretty close. About, what is it? The last lap is 40.1 seconds. The fastest is 39.5. So a little over a half of a second between first and last. Look at that, Stephen Pollard. Oh, Clint Spillman gets the pole. Clint Spillman over 2/100ths of a second. I think that's 2/100ths of a second. I always get those confused. Anyway, he is way faster than everybody else. Clint Spillman, we just talked about him. He needs a good finish, and he gets the pole today, so that's really cool. Speaking of getting the pole, the Allstar race is coming up here shortly. A couple more races. So what I'm planning on doing with that race is everybody this season in the main race that has won a race or got a pole, you guys will be in the main All-Star race. Everybody else that has been in the qualifying races, you guys will or everyone in the qualifying. Let me just restart that. All right. So for the All-Star race, if you have been in the qualifying races, if you've won a race or won a pole, you will be in the showdown trying to get to the All-Star race. Now, if you've won one of these main races or a pole in one of these main races, you will automatically start in the All-Star race. I don't know how many drivers we're going to allow to make it into the main race. We're going to find that out, I guess, once we get there. I don't know how many drivers we're going to have that are going to be winners and pole setters. So I don't know. We'll find out when we get to Charlotte. Clint Spillman, the pole. Second place, Stephen Pollard. He's been really good these last few weeks, and he's hoping he can have a good run today and possibly gain some points over the 14 car, which I don't even know. I don't know where she starts. She's, I think, in the back, maybe. Oh, 20th position. So, yeah, not too good of a start. It's pretty sketchy being back there. So qualifying is over. Oh, whoops. What am I doing?
Drivers,
Let's just
to your
reach.
cars.
There we go. My gosh, I'm all over the place this morning. It is way too early for me.
Drivers,
So,
to your cars.
qualifying first, that number 8, Clint Spillman. He needs a good finish, so he's starting his day off right with the pole. That's the best place you can be, is up near the front. The 80 of Stephen Pollard, the third, comes into this race third in points. He is only 74 points back, hoping to have a good day. You see the 188 Racer X qualified his way in. Same with that 40 of Tim Hoffman. Tim is pretty close to being in the top 32. He needs to have a good run, and he might be able to qualify his way back into the top 32 in points. You have that 41, Tyrell Resner, won another qualifying race today. That 5, Damian Singletary, who is up to 6th place in points. He has been a really fast car this season. That number 1 of Aiden O'File qualified his way in. Had a bad race earlier at Talladega. Did not get to start the race, so he lost a lot of points. That really hurt him in the points. The doubles here, Jeremiah Dwayne. He is not in the top 32, but he did win last week at Martinsville. Very good run for him. That helped him in the points. The 18, Kagan Polshiner, having a somewhat okay season. Nothing too spectacular, nothing bad. Number 12, Sam Adoskin, is starting to get a little lower down on the point standings. He is maybe not in a race or two. He probably can have another race or two that maybe not a great finish, but he might be in position to lose his top 32 in points. He's only in 22nd, but he is about 100 points ahead of 33rd, so he needs to have a good run. The zero of Alex Bruno. 24 Pablo West is in about the same position as that 12th car. 30 of Ron Jackson. He is in 31st in points. He has only 11 points to about 11 to 12 points to the good. The 88 of Josh Hardiman needs a good finish. He's had a few bad weeks. The 11 Randon Pickett. The 90 of Jacob Johnson. 97 of Gavin Jones. The 99 of Axel Zero. The 04 of John Book had a great run earlier this season. Couple races at, I believe, Talladega in Texas, I think it was. Good finishes for him. 14, Sarah Rocha, she comes into this race as the points leader. Her lead shrank after last week's race. The 45 of Tim Zimmer is only 27 points back, so they're starting pretty much right near each other. The 17, starting beside the 45, he is 4th in points. So these three drivers, the 14, the 45, and the 17, are all racing for the points lead, and they're all starting beside each other. We've got the 25, Felix Boucher, 21 of Robbie Bannister, won at Talladega. 48 of Ryan Benjamin, almost won at Talladega weeks ago, but did not, or could not pull it off. Number 50 of Cody Rhodes, the number 9 of Bruiser, the 32 of Brett Taylor, 09 of Evan McCollum, 38 of Sean Howe, the 29 of Jacob Britt, the 74 of Logan York, the 148 of Brian Lancaster, the 42 Hugo Jimenez, the 16 of CJ Williams, the 6 of Simon Zernato is up in 5th place in points. He's starting really far back in the field. The 2 of Tim Brannigan, he got the pole earlier at Darlington. The 43, Dawson Montenegro, is in danger of losing his top 32 points position. The 37, Cesar Ramirez, has had a few good races in the last couple weeks, so he is in the top 32, did not have to qualify his way into this race. The 15 of Hunter Blade, we've got the 7 of Tina Livingston, and the 81 of Skylar Rocha.
Drivers, start your engines.
Alright, they get the command to start their engines. Pace car is going to start driving away now. And in about 20 or so seconds, we will get the green flag for race number 10. Number 8 of Clint Spillman will lead the field down to the green flag. 63 laps here at California. If this race were to go green flag the entire way, we have to pit sometime around lap 40 for fuel and tires. We have seen a couple races this year go green flag all the way through. We've seen some races with only a caution or two at the very most. Nonetheless, pretty good racing this year. That number 8 Clint Spillman now, awaiting the green flag from the flag stand. And he gets it, green flag in the air. Look at Tim Hoffman making a really aggressive move. I thought he was going to try to pass the number 80 down low. If he would have done that, that would have been a black flag. They're already 3 wide in multiple areas of this race. Tim Hoffman on the outside, I don't think that's going to work for him. Clint Spillman gets ahead of the pack right now. He will lead the field down into the back stretch. Hoffman's going to lose a couple positions on that start, but that's alright. You can easily gain these spots back. Look at that 188 Racer X, going to try to get the lead from Clint Spillman already. Clint wants to lead this first lap. He doesn't want anyone else to take the lead. He's going to try to power back on the outside, lead this first lap here at California. Look at the 41 Tyrell Resner jumping out of line. So Clint Spillman will lead this lap. Number 41 and number 1, they were both in the qualifying race. They were very strong. Looks like they're going to be strong today as well. That top line, not fast yet. Saw in the qualifying race it took about 10 or so laps for the top line to be somewhat competitive. Right now, everybody that's on the outside hanging on, but they're going to fall back a little bit. So the 188 Racer X now out front. Look at the 18 of Kagan Polshiner in third place, trying to take second place away from Aiden O'File. I think he's going to take second place away. He's going to try to get the lead. Taken down into turn number 1, side by side with that 188 car. Kagan is going to take the lead away off of the second turn. So far, we're green flag so far. Clint Spillman falls back to 6th place. Oh, you see 18 got the lead. Now look at the 0 of Alex Bruno. The 11 Randon Pickett now. They're trying to battle for the lead. I think that 0 car is going to lead this lap. Look at the 8 of Clint Spillman. Oh, this is going to be good. We're going to be 4 wide going into turn number 1. This could be bad. Oh, they're so close. Gavin and Tyrell. Aiden O'File on the outside. He is going to lose multiple positions. I thought Kagan was going to lead a lap in that number 18 car, but he could not get the lead. Look at the 11 Sam Oskin and the 11 of Rhiannon Pickett. Oh, Aiden O'File goes around. The number 1 Aiden O'File spins out. I guess it was the 80 of Stephen Pollard spun him out. Stephen is going to fall back quite a bit. Number 1 of Aiden O'File, that is going to be... Oh, I think there was another wreck, actually. Oh, 38 of Sean Howe, the number 9 of Bruce Zero. They all have damage. I don't know what happened to them. I didn't see that. First caution, lap number 4. There's another crash. Oh, cars are wrecking everywhere. The 5, Damian Singletary. The 48, Ryan Benjamin. The 21, Robbie Bannister. A lot of cars. I think I saw the 32 around. Damian Singletary. Great season so far, and this is going to really hurt him in the points. Rhiannon Pickett, I don't know what happened to them. 38 of Sean Howe. My gosh, this race already getting dramatic, getting exciting. I don't know what the heck happened there. We're gonna have to go back and look at the replay of that. First caution. See the 38 of Sean Howe, I believe. Yeah, he is back out on the track. That's good to see. Let's go back and look what happened to the number 1 first. He was the first car. It was 4 wide here, so did not think it was going to work. I actually thought the 97 and the 41 were going to wreck, but somehow Stephen Pollard, wait, not here. It's in the next turn, actually. I didn't see, I was focused on that 97 and the 41. I did not see the 80 car of Stephen Pollard right here. He just turned that number 1 around. Now let's look at the 38 of Sean Howe. This was right behind the number 1 of Aiden so I don't know, maybe I don't know if they wrecked or what. Oh, the 9 and the 38, they hit each other on the track. Now let's go back and look at the 5 of Damian Singletary. He was racing right beside that 11 car, Rhiannon Pickett. This was up near the front. This was in the top 10 in the race. They're under caution now. It looks like everybody just kind of squeezes together, and oh, that flips that 5 upside down on his roof, and he goes barrel rolling down the track. Ooh. Ryan Benjamin, Simon Zornato, you saw the 99 involved in that. Unfortunate day for a lot of cars early here at California. Let's ride with the 99 of Axel Zero. See, they're already slowing down, but that 5 and the 11 got together. That 5 barrel rolling down the track. Nobody knows what to do. The 99 did get some damage there. Wow. Oh, Skylar Rocha involved as well. That was very interesting. So the number 8, Clint Spillman, back out front here at California as we just have a lot of action happening. Look at the cars out. The 11 Rhiannon Pickett, the 5 Damon Singletary, and the 1 of Aiden O'File. They are all out of this race. We were saying that number 1 of Aiden O'File needed a good finish today. He wanted to get out of the bottom half of the field, but it does not look like he's going to be able to. Aiden O'File, 37th position. So this is not a run that he wanted to have. Rhiannon Pickett, she was an 18th in the points, so she is going to fall back quite a bit as well. She actually might be in danger of losing her top 32 position in the points. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. If a lot of these drivers from 19th place on back have really good finishes, that could put her outside of the top 32. Of course, we talked earlier about Damian Singletary. 6th place in the points. Has not had a DNF yet. He has missed one race. That was at Daytona. He was only 114 points out of the lead, and that is going to change. His season could probably... Oh, I think his season is going to turn around now. And it might go downhill from now for him. First caution here at California. Very wild wreck. Let's go ahead and look through the top 20 cars in the field. We're going to see real quick if the pace car gets the one to go. I believe they will. Yep, one more lap to go until green flag. So Clint Spillman, the pole sitter, is out front. The 0 of Alex Bruno second. 3rd, Sam Adoskin. 4th, Kagan Polshiner. 5th, Ron Jackson. 6th, Tyrell Resner, won the qualifying race. 7th, Gavin Jones. 8th is Racer X. 9th is John Book. 10th, Alexander Jones. He's having a really good points day. 11th is Jacob Johnson. 12th, Evan McCollum. 13th, Tim Hoffman. 14th, Stephen Pollard III. 15th, Jacob Britt. 16th, Tim Zimmer. 17th, Hugo Jimenez. 18th, Cody Rhodes. 19th, Tim Brannigan. 20th, Jeremiah Dwayne. We might be able to go through the whole field. 21st, Pablo West. 22nd is Josh Hardiman. 23rd, Sarah Rocha. 24th, Felix Boucher. 25th, Simon Zarnato. 26th, Robbie Bannister. 27th, Hunter Blade. 28th, Brian Lancaster. 29th, Tina Livingston. 30th, Cesar Ramirez. 31st, Logan York. 32nd, Dawson Montenegro. 33rd, Brett Taylor. 34th, CJ Williams. Thought he was going to have a strong car today, but he is really far back in the field. 35th, Ryan Benjamin, involved in that first caution. 36th, Guy LaRoche. 37th, Axel Zero. 38th, Sean Howe. 39th, Bruce Zero. We told you guys the 3 cars out of this race. So we're going to line these cars back up and try to go again. I was surprised nobody came down pit road during that caution, even though it's only 5 laps of green flag that we had, but that could be extra 5 laps on your tires or 5 more laps of fuel. Green flag in the air. Look at there was like a stack up back there. That 30 of Ron Jackson almost ran into the back of the 18. Now Tyrell Resner had nowhere to go. He's on the outside. So the 8 of Clint Spillman out front. Alex Bruno is second. If we don't see another caution, I think we're going to see a lot of wild racing up here at the front. We saw, it was almost, not really, I don't want to say like super speedway racing, but these cars were so close to each other, and they were trading the lead back and forth just like a super speedway race. Looking back here, look at that 97, Gavin Jones all the way up near the top. In front of them, Sam Oskin now trying to take second place away from Alex Bruno. Samet really hasn't been near the front that much this season. He did win the first race, the Daytona 500. Great race to win. So he is going to try to take the lead away from Clint Spillman. Now Ron Jackson trying to take fourth place away from Kagan. Look at Kagan on the outside. He almost had a good run, but he had to let off the gas a little bit. So Sam Oskin to the lead here at California. Look at the 97, Gavin Jones. I don't know where he was in 6th place. He's up in 4th place now, trying to battle for 3rd. Trying to take 2nd place away now. Gavin really got a good run on that turn, and looks like Gavin might be able to even take the lead here very shortly. Look at the 17, Alexander Jones, making some moves up towards the front. I don't know if we're going to see that outside line be a factor today. It normally is pretty quick here at California. I've done some testing over the past few months, but today it is not that fast. They're able to hold on every once in a while, but I don't know, it's not as fast. Look at the 97 now. Gavin Jones going to make a run for the lead. Meanwhile, let's look in the back. You see these 4 cars damaged off the pace. Same with the 16 and the 81. All of those cars were involved in that first crash. Looks like their days are going to be basically run in the back of the field, and doesn't look like they're going to be a factor at all in this race. Look at the 12, Sam Oskin trying to hold on to the lead on the outside. That top line not able to really hold on at the end of the turn. Looks like they're losing grip or something. The 45, Tim Zimmer up near the front. He's trying to get into the top 10. Look at the 40, Tim Hoffman trying to make a move on the 12. And look at the 41, Tyra Resner was going to try to go down low, but lost a lot of momentum there. Clint Spillman, though, outside of the top 10 now. He restarted first just a couple laps ago. And he is out of the top 10 already. Gavin Jones, the race leader at the moment. Tim Hoffman at number 40, going to try to take the lead away from him. I don't think he's going to have an issue. A lot of passing going on here early at California. See a lot of racing near the middle of the pack. There's the 14, Sarah Rocha, the 09, Evan McCollum, Kagan Polshiner falling back. Ron Jackson, 10th place. That 14 car going to try to catch up to the 45 and the 17 car. They're all 3 in the points chase. Oh, the 09, Evan McCollum, and Kagan Polshiner almost into the wall. They went up the track. Somehow they saved it, but they are going to lose a lot of positions. They were running in 14th place, 13th and 14th. They are going to be mired back in the, about 25th, probably 20th, 25th, something like that. Almost a big moment for those 2 cars. They almost wrecked into turn number 2, or out of turn number 2. While that's going on back here, Tim Hoffman does get the lead from Gavin. Gavin's falling back a little bit. Look at the 17 now, Alexander Jones trying to get the lead away. Well, he's still back in 5th place, but trying to get up to the front. He wants to lead some laps, get some bonus points. The 90 of Jacob Johnson now out front at California. Sam Oskin at number 12 is going to try to take the lead away again. Outside line looks like it might be kind of coming in. 90 is able to hold off that 12. Look at the 14 now. Sarah Roach are going to try to get past the 17. She's made her way up from 20th into the top 5 now. Now they're 3 wide behind her. 17 Alexander Jones is going to fall back a little bit. The 90 is able to keep momentum on the outside, but it looks like off turn number 2 is where they're getting some of their issue. Falling back a little bit. Look at the 14. The 17 Alexander Jones around. Gavin Jones, Hunter Blade. Oh my god, another caution. Second caution of the day. That might be all she wrote for the 17 car. See the 9, the 48, the 16, the 81 in the grass. Oh my gosh, that is not what that 17 car wanted today. Meanwhile, the 14 car managed to get the lead while all that happened. 17, Alexander Jones, not having a good day now. He is hoping he can stay in this race, but it looks like he has a lot of damage to that car. Alexander Jones, coming into this race 4th in the points, did not have a good race last week at Martinsville, and today he definitely will not. Could have a DNF. You see the leaders are coming down pit road. Gavin Jones, Hunter Blade, their days are going to be ended very early as well. The 17 Alexander Jones hoping that he can get his car repaired and get back out on the track, maybe salvage some points. Not looking good for him right now. So while these cars come down pit road, we're going to stay on this view, see who gets out front first, to pit road first. Looks like that number 14 will get out front first. Look at Tim Hoffman. I think he came out 4th. Looks like all the positions are going to stay about the same. 17 car, I believe, is still on pit road. Let's just double check with him. On pit road, heavy damage. You see a lot of damage to the back end. He might be out of fuel. Well, let's go back and look what happened on the second caution. Again, that was up near the front. I think we're going to see a lot of wrecks happening near the front of this field. And again, that was in turn 3 and 4. You see the 41 and 97 already beating on each other's doors there. And 3 wide here on the back stretch, which we've seen a lot of that today. Going into the turn, though, Tyrell Resner hit the 97 and the 15. Oh, they are all 3 hard into the wall. Tyrell Resner not in the wreck at all. You see the 97 and the 16 and the 81 going down low to miss the wreck. Great wreck avoidance for them drivers. I believe Alexander Jones did retire. No, he's still in the race. Alexander Jones was able to repair his car. He is back out on the track. He will be running in 37th position now. He has a lot of damage to that car. That car is probably going to be pretty slow. So you see the 14, Sarah Rocha out front. The 45, Tim Zimmer, 2nd in points. He is in 5th. Alexander Jones was 4th in the points. He will lose some positions. And Alexander Jones, Damian Singletary, both out of the race. 2 of the top 6 drivers are out. Now, Tim Zimmer and Stephen Pollard, they want to try to get past that 14 car, gain some more points. Where is Stephen Pollard? He is back in 16th position. Simon Zarnato, another driver that could have a really good day and possibly get up to 4th or even 3rd, but he is running back in 24th position. Brett Taylor is back in 29th, and he is 7th. A lot of the front runners and the points are having really bad days. Really, the 14 and the 45 are the only two cars right now that are having good points days, but this race is far from over, so we've seen that 14 car out a lot this season. She's been out front, and she's been able to miss wrecks left and right. One earlier at Atlanta. That's actually when her points season really started turning towards the better. The other half of that family of Skylar Rocha not having a good run back in 35th. He is also a driver up near the front in the points, but he is not having a good day. A lot of drivers not having good points days, and they really, they don't need them, but they really want them. So the pace car gets the 1 to go. Here in California, we're going to go green flag on lap number 22 out of 63. We've seen 2 cautions so far. Ironically, both wrecks in turn number 3, and they've both been up near the front of the field. So we will have 42 laps to go this time by. We're nearing the halfway point, but not quite yet. What else is going to happen here? Will we have more crashes? I don't think we're going to have green flag pit stops today. I think everybody that came down pit road is going to be able to make it on fuel. They should be able to. Couple good points days for some of the drivers in the top 10. At number 12, Sam Oskin, second in place. Third is Jacob Johnson. Fourth, Tim Hoffman. You see the 7th place driver, 41, Tyrell Resner. Hugo Jimenez needs a good finish. Ron Jackson in 9th place is in danger of falling out of the top 32, but he's having a top 10 run. And at 37, Cesar Ramirez has finally made the top 32 in points, and he is having a good day. So a lot of drivers in the top 10 further back in points having great days. So the 14 Sarah Roach are going to lead them down to the green flag. Green flag in the air. Everybody fans out. 42 laps to go here at Atlanta, or not Atlanta. 42 laps to go here at California. Too wide back here. You see the 90 going to fall back position. He's going to try to hold his line though and maybe get past that 45 car. Racing down the backstretch, pretty much single file for the most part. Everybody trying to catch that 14 car. Look at the 45, Tim Zimmer now, trying to take second place away from Sam Oskin. And he will. First and second in the race, or first and second in the points. Great runs for both of those drivers. See Tim Hoffman now up to 3rd place. Sam's going to try to get past him, try to hold on to 3rd place. Side by side behind that 45 car of Tim Zimmer. 45 Tim Zimmer wants to get past the 14, lead some laps. Oh, look at the 45 I think got loose. I don't think he got hit by the 40, but he went up the track like he had an issue. Something happened. I guess he got loose or didn't think he could make that turn, or didn't think he was clear. Here comes the 40, Tim Hoffman now trying to get past the 14 of Sarah Rocha. Look at that 37, Cesar Ramirez up in the top 5. Same with that 30 of Ron Jackson. Just about every car double file, at least in the top 15. Tim Hoffman now out front. Here comes Hugo Jimenez for 2nd. Big battle for 3rd here. The 37, Cesar Ramirez on the bottom. Ron Jackson behind him. Tyrell Resner. Sarah Roach on the outside trying to hold on to 3rd. And the 3-wide racing starts yet again. Look at the double zero Jeremiah Dwayne. The 17 of Livingston started really far back in the field. She is up in the top 5. Or I'm sorry, top 10, not top 5. She is in the top 10. Oh, the 37 Cesar Ramirez. Oh, they almost thought they were going to crash. 37 made contact with that 40 and the 41 car. Tina Livingston on the bottom now, trying to get past Ron Jackson. Look at the double zero. Huge move to the right side of the 14 car. Not going to be able to do anything with that run, though. Tyrell Resner out front. He did win his qualifying race. Now he's out front here in the main race. 14 Sarah Roach on the outside. She is falling back. Ooh, the 37 sees Ramirez and the 42 Hugo Jimenez into the wall. I think Tim Hoffman might have got a little bit of that damage as well. Caution flag out. Those two drivers into the wall hard. And we were just talking about both of these drivers. That 42 wanted to have a good finish. 37 needed a, well, he wanted a good finish. Needed a good finish as well. And he is not going to get that. Neither of them are today. Third caution of the race. Alexander Jones was about a half a lap down, so if we would have went green flag any longer, he would have been in jeopardy of losing a lap. So third caution out. That again was in turn number 3. Troublesome turn 3 today. That's what it seems like. That 41 Tyrell Resner out front. See the 17 catching up to the back of the field. 37 and the 42, huge damage to their cars. I think that 42 Hugo Jimenez got the worst of it. Really, you only see the left side and the back side of that 37 car damaged. The 42 has damage on all ends of his car. So they're going to come down pit road. Same with that 17 car. Alexander Jones going to come down pit road and get some repairs done to his car. Meanwhile, the 41 Tyrell Resner is out front. Tina Livingston second. Third, Ron Jackson. Fourth is Jacob Johnson. Fifth, Tim Hoffman. That's the top 5. See Sarah Roach at that 14, 6th place. Tim Zimmer is in 10th place at number 45. Both drivers having great points days. The number 80, Stephen Pollard, he is up to 14th. He's also another driver having a good points day. Well, let's go back, and even though we pretty much saw what happened, let's go back and see what happened in the wreck. Hugo was just leading the race, fell back to 2nd, and then fell back a couple positions, and him and the 37 made some contact on the straightaway, and oh, yeah, Tim Hoffman did get some damage. I'm surprised he didn't come down pit road and repair his car, or at least see if the damage was bad. Let's go ahead and ride on board with him. He might have not got too much damage there, but see, they're already into each other there. Oh, he didn't get any damage. His car should be alright. So a lot of cars not having good points days. Looks like all of the cars involved in that wreck, the 37 and the 42, are back in this race. That's good for them. Might be good for that 17 car also. Alexander Jones, the more cars that are damaged, the better chance he has of at least getting a couple positions that he can gain. You see from about 29th on back, cars are damaged off the pace. The 81, the 16, the 9, the 48, the 38, the 99, now the 17, 37, and 42. All cars that were involved in wrecks. The way this race is going, it might not be a bad thing to be in the back of the field. We are lucky we haven't seen a crash coming out of turn 2 or out of turn 4. The way these cars have been racing, and as close as they've been racing, if there is a crash that happens on the straightaway, it could be catastrophic for a lot of drivers. Pretty good race so far. A lot of racing up near the front. A lot of good action. A lot of different leaders as well. Remember, if you lead a lap, you get 5 points. If you lead the most laps, you get an extra 5 points. So the pace car gonna get the 1 to go, and we will be back racing again. Pace car in turn number 3. We're going to be going to green flag lap number 31. Lap 32 will be the halfway point of this race. 3 cautions in the first half of the race. I believe the second half is going to be just as exciting. So the pace car drops down into pit road. Tyrell Resner, that number 41, going to lead the field to the green flag. Green flag is in the air. Again, single file into turn number 1. For the most part. Tina Livingston at number 7. She started very deep in the field, and here she is in the top 5, running second. I think she's going to try to take the lead away from the 41 car, but I don't think she's going to be able to. Well, she is going to go underneath of him. Can she get past Tyrell Resner? Possibly. Tyrell going to hold on the outside. Looks like the high side in turn number 4 is pretty strong. Out of turn number 2, though, it is not that strong. They lose a lot of momentum there. So side by side in the turn, Tina is just going to fly right past Tyrell. Field racing down the back stretch. The number 7 now out front. The 40 Tim Hoffman up to 3rd place. Ron Jackson falling back. He was 3rd place on the restart. Look at Tyrell Resner on the outside. Is he going to be able to get a good run off of turn number 4? He might be able to. Might be able to take the lead back from the number 7. Is not going to be able to clear that 7, but fighting back on the outside, the 41 car is. Tim Hoffman getting really aggressive on the bottom line there. Seems like turns 1 and 2, you want to be on the inside. Turns 3 and 4, you want to be on the outside. So Tim Hoffman up to 2nd. Here comes that 0-0. Jeremiah Dwayne. Jeremiah won last week at Martinsville. Up near the front today. He's having a really good run. Meanwhile, let's go back. I'm going to see how some of these slower cars are doing. 42 and 37 don't really. Their cars are not that slow. They're up near the front. That 81 Skylar Rocha able to make some passes. He's coming up near the field. Number 6 Simon Zornado still further back in the field. Not good for him. You see the 17 Alexander Jones. Really slow for him. Look at the 0-0 now. Jeremiah Dwayne up to 2nd. John Book 3rd. Meanwhile, that 7 car, Tina Livingston, out front. Tyrell Resner taking a position away from that 40 car, Tim Hoffman. Tina Livingston is going to get a battle from that 04 John Book. Tyler Resner on the outside. Jeremiah Dwayne third. Here comes the 04 John Book for the lead. That 7's going to power back on the outside line, though. 7 is going to lead this lap. Oh, there's a caution. Caution on the track. Oh, 38 of Sean Howell involved. 2 of Tim Brannigan on pit road. I think that's the only few cars that were involved in this wreck. Make sure all these cars here can make it without wrecking. They're side by side. They're bumping into each other on the pace lap. Don't wreck, don't wreck. Alright, I think they'll be alright. I don't know what happened there with the 2 and the 38. So 17 Livingston still out front. Tim's on pit road. I don't think... Doesn't look like he has damage. 38 of Sean Howell has a lot of damage. He got into someone or the wall or something. Looks like maybe the 37 was involved. He's got some damage to his car again. So I don't think anyone's going to come down pit road. Like I said, I believe everybody has enough fuel to make it to the end, and everybody's tires are fairly okay. Let's look what happened here. The 38 of Sean Howell. I'm pretty sure. I think that 37... No, there was a wreck up here somewhere. Oh, the 2 of Tim Brannigan. Some type of mechanical issue. And, oh, Cesar Ramirez hits him. And look at 38 of Sean Howell hitting him. Oh, wow. Couple cars involved. Show you that again. I didn't know what happened at first. So Tim had some kind of mechanical issue happen. Look at the 37. Cesar Ramirez couldn't get past him. Sean Howell into them. And the 99 of Axel Zero involved as well. A lot of damage to that car. He had nowhere to go. Show you on board with Axel. See a big checkup up there. Everybody kind of everywhere. Nowhere to go. Almost was able to shoot the gap and make it, but did not pick a good line. So the 99 back out on the track. 37 Cesar Ramirez is on the track. I believe everyone else, though, that was involved in that wreck. The 38 and the 2 out of this race. Yep. They are. Tim Brannigan and Sean Howell. They will join the group of cars out of this race. That is good for that 17 car, Alexander Jones. He's up to 33rd position. Clint Spillman, the pollster, back to 26th. Skylar Roach has been able to move up to 21st. Great day for him. Look at the 45, Tim Zimmer, back to 13th position. Stephen Pollard, 3rd, up to 7th. Sarah Rocha, 4th. There's 3 of the cars in the top 5 in points. Having great days. So the 17 of Livingston is the race leader. John Book almost made a pass for the lead, and then the caution came out. I actually think the next turn he probably could have got the lead, but caution flag number 4, I believe it is. Tim Brannigan, it looked like his motor let loose. His motor expired, and he could not get down low soon enough and ended up taking a few other cars with them. Field under caution flag yet again. We should have about 24 or 25 laps to go on the restart. See what else happens on this restart. A lot of drivers in the top 10 still having good days. Even in the top 15. See from 11th back to 15. A lot of drivers there needing really good days, and they're having great days. So far, a lot of cars out of this race. Alright, pace car has the one to go. So next week we have Richmond, and then we're actually going to have 3 races next week. We have Richmond, we have the Winston, also known as the Allstar race, and then the Coca-Cola 600. I thought the Winston race was coming up pretty soon. Like I said, all drivers with a win this season are in the main race. In the Winston race, the showdown, though, is going to be the drivers with wins and poles in the qualifying races. Now, that 00 car of Jeremiah Dwayne won a qualifying race, also won a main race, so he will instantly be in the Winston, so he does not have to try to qualify into that race from the Winston, or from the showdown. Now, for the main race, if you have won a points race this season, you'll be in the race, and if you get a pole position during any of these main races, you will also be in the main race at the Winston. That does not count for the Gatorade duels or the shootout earlier this season. They are non-points races. Anyway, the 7 car Tina Livingston takes the green flag restart. We've got 24 laps to go. 04 John Book on the inside did not get a good start. Oh, the 00 Jeremiah Dwayne. He needed a good finish, and oh, this is going to stack up a lot of cars. He blows his motor, has some kind of mechanical issue on the restart. Oh, the 48 Ryan Benjamin. Oh no. Oh, Cesar Ramirez, the 97 to 17 hard into the wall. Caution flag back out. That is going to end it for the 17, possibly the 37 as well. My gosh. Another caution yet again. A lot of cars having issue now. 7 car Tina Livingston still out front. If this race keeps going the way that it's been going, she is going to lead the most laps and possibly win this race. The 00 Jeremiah Dwayne was 3rd place on that restart. Oh, there's a crash back here as well. Under caution, a lot of cars spinning and wrecking. The 99 Axel Zero, a lot of damage. I don't know if he got into the back of the 48 car or if that was from that caution. I think he might have gotten to the back of the 48. My gosh. It's been a really crazy day today. A lot of stuff happening. Well, let's go back and look at the 00, Jeremiah Dwayne. Right on the restart, right in front of the points leader, the 14 car. I think it was a gearbox issue. I'm pretty sure it was. His speed dropping really fast. And then you see the 48 almost involved, a 37. Ooh. 37 had nowhere to go. He's in another crash. Same with that 17. The 37 tried to make a last-minute move to the top, and that didn't work. Now let's go and show you the reason for the 99's damage. Because he does not have any damage. I thought he was involved in that wreck, but I thought he had damage from that wreck, like in the front of the car. I think from that crash that happened under caution on the backstretch, I think that's where he got his damage. See him catching up to the tail end of the field. Everybody starts wrecking, and then... Ooh, yep, he did not get slowed down enough into the 48. Saw these cars out of the corner of the screen. They were side by side, and they were bouncing off of each other, and The 90 Jacob Johnson hard into the outside wall. The 148 got some damage. Everyone else I think is going to be alright. So going up through the field. There we go. The 00 Jeremiah Dwayne. The 99 Axel 0. The 37 Cesar Ramirez. The 17 Alexander Jones. All out of the race. The 90 and the 48 came down pit road. Same with that 21 to repair their damage. And the 42 Hugo Jimenez. This race has been very dramatic. We're going to have less than 20 to go on the restart. Let's see where the top 3 in points are running right now. The 14 Sarah Rocha is 4th. In 9th place is Stephen Pollard the 3rd. And back in 12th is the 45 of Tim Zimmer. All 3 of those cars up in the top 12 in this race. They are currently 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in points. It could definitely change though by the time this race is over. 17 of Livingston fell back after her race last week, going a lap down. She was actually leading at Martinsville, had to come down pit road, lost a lap, and from there on out it was hard. She was not able to get her lap back, but she tried. Tina came into this race 11th in points. She was in the top 3 just a few races ago. Axel 0, 8th place in points. A lot of drivers, like we said, in the top 10 having horrible finishes today. Alexander Jones, Damien Singletary, Axel 0, Hunter Blade. 4 of the top 10 cars out of the race from a wreck. So the pace car's lights are off. We're going to go back to green again next time by. Hopefully we can get a little bit more of a green flag run in. A lot of cars involved in wrecks. A lot of cars damaged and off the pace. But a lot of cars also having really good points days that have not really finished up near the front. At least not in recent weeks. .04 John Book looking to have a great finish today. Same with that 41 of Tyrell Resner and the 40 of Tim Hoffman. Both of those cars qualified their way in to this main race. The 30 of Ron Jackson, if he can finish in the top 10, should be able to gain a lot of points. That 41 Tyrell Resner won his qualifying race. He's been strong all day long. He's been up near the top 10 actually all race. Same with that 40 of Tim Hoffman. Both drivers looking to break into the top 32 in points. So 19 laps to go this time by. This race winding down very quickly. A lot of caution laps have been run today. So the 17 of Livingston is going to take the field back to the green flag. Hopefully we don't have any more action like we just had. Look at this, the 04 and the 41 on the outside on the restart. Thought they were going to try to make it 3 wide. John Book goes back down low. He might be able to get the lead from the number 7, Tina Livingston. Well, the top 5 staying the same. Not changing yet. That 41 Tyrell Resner on the outside. John Book on the bottom. That 7 car, Tina Livingston out front. She is in control of this race at the moment. I believe she has the most laps led today. No one else has been out front as much as she has, so she will get another 5 bonus points towards her points total. Look at the 04 John Book looking underneath of her. He wants the lead. He's been close today a couple times. 14 Sarah Rocha trying to take third away from the 41 of Tyrell Resner. Stephen Pollard falling back to 10th. John Book on the inside of the 7, gonna try to take the lead away. Oh my, we've got 4 wide. Oh no, it's 3 wide now for her in the back. That is never a good sign when we see that. Seen a lot of 4 wide racing this season. Saw 4 wide at Bristol earlier this year. Crazy race. Field 2 and 3 wide now. Behind the race leaders, you see Sam Adoskin, Josh Hardiman really close on the track. I don't know if they made contact. I think they made a little bit of contact, but they continue to race. The 04 John Book now out front here at California. He's going to get some bonus points for leading this race. Being up this high up in the standings, this is really good this far into the race. If we don't have another caution, these cars are pretty much guaranteed a top 10 or 15 position finish. A lot of cars behind them damaged and off the pace. Tyrell Resner, that 41 car now, taking the lead from the 04 John Book. John wanted to lead more than just that lap, but getting bonus points here is definitely a big thing in this season. The 14 Sarah Roach are going to try to take the lead. Look at the 25 Felix Boucher now underneath of her. We almost had 3 wide for the lead. That 25, I think, is going to move up to second place. Felix goes to second, now trying to take the lead away from Tyrell, and I think he's going to do it. He is going to pass Tyrell with ease. Tyrell back to second, now possibly back to third. Here comes the 14 on the bottom. She's going to bring that 7 car with her. Sarah Roach are going to try to take the lead away. She wants to lead this race again. 14 to go here at the line. And that 14 car trying to get out front. A lot of cars behind them racing side by side. 14 still not able to get past that 25. Felix Boucher trying to hold on the outside. He wants to get a win this season. Or another win, I think. I think he won a race, actually, I believe. Look at the 14 now trying to take the lead away. Here comes the 7 of Tina Livingston. Look at the 80 of Stephen Pollard. He is up in the top 5 now. He fell back to 10th place on the restart. Doing pretty good right now. Tina going to try to get past Sarah on the inside. They're starting to get really close. They're racing really close up here. The 74 Logan York. I don't know where he came from, but he is in the top 10 now. Just made his way into the top 10. 25 Felix Boucher is holding his own on the outside. Look at the 7 car again down low. Oh my gosh, we've got 4 wide for second. This cannot end too well. 14 in the 80 up 4 wide. They're going to make contact. The 80 into the 14. That almost was a huge crash. That would have taken out the rest of the points leaders, except for that 45. The 45 Tim Zimmer really wanted to see that happen. Now Stephen Pollard up to third. Going to try to take second place away from Felix Boucher. 14 car falls back a little bit. Tina Livingston back out front. Here comes Felix Boucher back to third. Here comes Stephen Pollard up to second place. 11 laps to go here at California. Still 3 wide here. Tyrell Resner going to fall back even more. 30 car Ron Jackson now on the inside, trying to take 5th place away from the 14 of Sarah Rocha. I don't know what happened to that 45 of Tim Zimmer. I don't know where he is at on this track. He has fallen back, I think. Yeah, he's back to 20th position right now. Look at the 74 Logan York now trying to take the lead away. Stephen Pollard could not get the lead. Sorry about that. 10 more laps to go now. Logan York, 1 at Rockingham. Can he do it again today at California? Stephen Pollard third. Look at Ron Jackson battling for third place now. Ron almost won at Talladega earlier this season. He would love to get a win and jump himself up into the points even further than what he is. He is pretty far back, but he's in the top 32. He needs a good finish. He needs to finish this day off with a good finish. The 80 of Stephen Pollard trying to hold on to third. Tyrell Resner pushing that 30 car. And 74 Logan York now out front. We saw him make a late race pass at Rockingham, winning the race. 14 Sarah Roach is going to lose a couple more positions. She is on the outside. She might fall out of the top 10. Same with the 80 of Stephen Pollard and the 7 of Tina Livingston. That outside line just not that good today. I really thought it was going to be better, but unfortunately not. And here comes the 30 of Ron Jackson for the lead on the inside, trying to pass that 74 car. He would love to get a win today. The 41 now making a move underneath the 30. This race is literally anybody's race right now. It really could go either way. 30 car of Ron Jackson going to try to hold the 41 car off. He cannot get past that 74. There he goes. He finally clears him. Look at that 29. Jacob Britt trying to battle for 5th place now. He is up to 6th. Haven't talked about him at all today. Same with that 88 of Josh Hardiman. He is up in the top 10. Tyrell Resner going to take the lead away from Ron Jackson. They're racing so close up here, 2 and 3 wide. This is definitely the longest green flag run we've had. The 14 car now, the points leader, coming into this race, 13th position. You see the 45 of Tim Zimmer continuing to fall. He is in 22nd position. Ooh, Ron Jackson and the 74. Oh, they made some contact, but they're all right. If Stephen Pollard can keep his race up and stay on the bottom, he might be able to pass that 14 car for the points lead. If he can finish up near the front, he definitely is going to pass the 45 of Tim Zimmer for second. The points coming into this race, Tim Zimmer was 27 points away from Sarah. Stephen Pollard was 74 points away. Alexander Jones was 83 points away, but he is going to fall back a lot with his DNF today. Now, the 29, Jacob Britt out front. He won at Darlington, trying to win a race today. Stephen Pollard back on the inside line. Felix Boucher, Tyrell Resner, Logan York going to fall back. Look at Steven on the inside, going to try to make it 3 wide for second going into turn number 1. Oh, 3 wide for third. Felix trying to hold on the outside. See ahead of here. Oh, the 48 is on the front stretch. I was going to see if we had any cars that were going to slow any of these leaders down, but it does not look like we will. This time by, we're going to have 4 laps to go. The 80 car, Stephen Pollard, battling for second. Here comes Ron Jackson, battling for 4th. Simon Zardato, that number 6, he is up in the top 10. Trying to get to the top 5. He is in 8th place right now. 14 Sarah Rocha falling back to 14th place. 45 Tim Zimmer still in 22nd. 4 more to go. Stephen Pollard going to get pushed out to the outside. I was going to say this could be bad for the 80 if he's on the outside. Can he clear that 29? Can he get past him? The 6 is on the outside. Tina Livingston almost into the 80 of Stephen Pollard. Now here comes Logan York trying to take the lead again from the 29. Who is going to win this race? 3 laps to go here at California. This could still be anybody's race. That 80 car of Stephen Pollard desperately wants to get to the bottom so he can try to get back up to the front and win this race, get a lot of points, and try to get the points lead away from that 14 car. Logan York now, the race leader. Look at the 41 of Tyrell Resner. Tina Livingston, John Book, they're back here. Tyrell's going to try to take the lead away out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go this time by. Tyrell will take the race lead from that 74 car. If the 74 can jump down low, he might be able to pass that 41 car. Logan York, could he be the first repeat winner? Ron Jackson now trying to take second from Logan. Ron Jackson has been close so many times this season. Well, a couple times. He should have technically won the qualifying race at Bristol a few races ago, but a technicality in that race put him almost a lap down. Instead, Ron Jackson trying to battle the 74 for second. The 41 Tyrell Resner going to take the white flag. 1 more lap to go. I don't think anybody has anything for that 41 car. Logan back on the outside. That outside line now is really moving. Ooh, the 30 Ron Jackson going to try again on that 74 car. Ron Jackson yet again might only be second place. He is going to have a shot out of turn number 4. Ron Jackson on the inside. Is he going to be able to get underneath that 41 car? He is! Is he going to be able to pass the 41 car in the last turn? It's going to be a drag race down the front stretch. Who is it going to be? Ron Jackson or the 41 of Tyrell Resner? They're saying it was a tie. They're giving it to the 41 of Tyrell Resner. Look at that. That was almost an even tie at the line. Tyrell Resner wins his first main race this season. Ron Jackson so close yet again. Not quite, though, not able to. Unfortunate for him. Wow. What a race. I have never seen that close of a finish. Not in this series. Ron Jackson, so close again. Second at Talladega. Almost had that race on the last lap. Robbie Bannister made a pass on him. Still, this is going to be a great points day for him. He was near the bottom half of the top 32, so he will definitely gain a lot of points. My gosh, I can't believe that finish, though. That was a photo finish if I have ever seen one. Let's actually look again. I want to see how close that was. So they coming out of turn number 4. Slow motion at the line at 41. So close. Look at it again here. Look at that. That was the finish of the race. Man, that was barely a fender. Not even a fender. That was barely even a nose. So, Simon Zarnato, a good finish. 7th place for him. He is going to gain a lot of points. 8th place was Stephen Pollard III. Sarah Rocha all the way back to 15th. And the 45 Tim Zimmer back to 23rd. So I believe Stephen is going to be second in points. He might be the points leader. It's going to be close. It's going to be real close. Tyrell Resner, Ron Jackson, going to get a lot of points. John Book, a great finish. C. Tina Livingston, 3rd. That was a good finish that she needed. Felix Boucher, Josh Hardiman, 9th and 10th. Josh needed that finish, and he got a top 10 today, so good job for him. Tim Hoffman, 11th. A great finish for him. Same with Skylar Roach and Evan McCollum. 14th place, Brett Taylor. Sam Oskin, 16th. Clint Spillman, the pole sitter, 18th. Not a bad finish. That's going to help him in the points, for sure. Same with the 24, Pablo West. Tim Zimmer back to 23rd, like we had said. Robbie Bannister with the winner at Talladega, 25th. Jacob Johnson all the way back to 26th after being involved in that crash under caution. Hugo Jimenez, basically everybody behind that number 90 car damaged. Even, I guess you could say the 21. Robbie Bannister got a little bit of damage from that crash. CJ Williams wanted a good finish, 28th. He was involved in a crash. Ryan Benjamin involved in a crash, not a good finish for him. See a few cars down here. Aiden O'File, Damian Singletary, Hunter Blade, Sean Howe, Alexander Jones, all in the top 10 in points entering this race. Not good for them. Cesar Ramirez might be in jeopardy of having to qualify his way back into these races again. Jeremiah Dwayne, unfortunate for him, winning last race at Martinsville, 33rd position. So points are going to be interesting. Stay tuned. We'll show you what the points are like after race number 10. So, points after race number 9. The 14 Sarah Rocha still has the points lead. However, Stephen Pollard moves into second in points. He is 55 points back. Tim Zimmer, 56 points back. Simon Zarnato, 66 points back. And Tina Livingston, 99 points back. So the top 5 are within 100 points of each other. And you see the one stat I like looking at right here, the percentage of laps that they have completed out of all laps run. The only car, Tim Zimmer, has completed every lap. He has been on the lead lap, not had a DNF yet. See, Simon Zarnato has had 2 DNFs, but he is up in 4th place in points. He does have a win, so Alexander Jones was 4th in the points. He loses 5 positions. Now he has 148 points back. Logan York was able to gain 6 points. Tina was able to gain 6 points. Let's see. John Book gained 5 points. He is in the top 10. Brett Taylor gained 2 points. He is in 7th place. He was 9th place. Let's look further back here. Damian Singletary loses 7 positions. Back to 13th now. Felix Boucher gained some positions. Look back here, the 21st place, Ron Jackson, he gained 10 positions this week with his 2nd place finish. He's only 327 points back from the leader. Anything can happen. He has missed 2 races, but he is doing fairly well. Tim Brannigan falls back 3. Sean Howe falls back 6. No, that was Brandon Pickett, I'm sorry. Brandon Pickett falls back 6 places. Let's look at the bottom half of the field real quick. Clint Spillman still on that verge of losing the top 32 in points. Jacob Johnson only 10 points ahead of Cesar Ramirez. That does move his finish being out of the race, DNF. Cesar Ramirez falls back to 33rd. Tim Hoffman, 34th. Hoffman actually gained a position, but not quite out of the predicament, being out of the top 32. Tyrell Resner gained 3 positions. See, Cesar Ramirez, Tim Hoffman, Gary Harmon, Tyrell Resner, Jeremiah Dwayne, CJ Williams, Evan McCollum, Aiden O'File, Sheila Harmon, Darvish Jr., Logan Gentry, Benjamin Wallace, Colton Harmon, Yale Carrillo, Cody Rhodes, Racer X, and Brian Lancaster are all back here. And unfortunately, a lot of these drivers now are starting to get pretty far back, and it's going to be really hard for them to get into the top 32. We have seen a lot of stuff happen, though. We saw that 30 car of Ron Jackson. He was near the back here. I actually didn't think he was going to get into the top 32. And you see he has a DNF. That was the provisional that he had 1 week. So he has technically missed, he's missed 2 races. Started at Rockingham, had a bad finish there. So his season started off really bad, and he is up to 21st in points. So anybody's season could change in a blink of an eye. It could go really good for you, it could go really bad. But that is the points after race number 10. Sarah Rocha, with her 15th place finish, loses a lot of points. She's still the points leader, but a lot of these drivers now have closed the gap. And next week, just about anything could happen. I forget what track I said we were going to next week. I think it's Richmond. Another short track. We saw Martinsville be pretty wild. Same with Bristol. Next race is, yes, it's Richmond. So Richmond, and then it's Charlotte for the Coke 600. They're going to be exciting races. After All those are done. We go to Dover, then Pocono, Michigan, Infineon. That'll be an interesting race. Infineon will be Daytona, Chicagoland, New Hampshire, and yeah. We still have a lot of racing to go this season, a lot of action, a lot of cool tracks coming up. So we will see you guys on the next race, race number 11 at Richmond. Have a great day.